367, 366.
Day 7 had teams back at Rakaia huts in front of race controller Tony Ewens for a second time on the Rakaia, this time up and down the same river. Now in third after yesterday's grounding, Mike Pooley was hopeful of a good performance to bring him back into outright contention.
So well, you've got to get past Roger if you're going to try and track down John at all.
Yeah, well, different routes in the river, so we hope to take the right one and he'll go out somewhere else. So.
On paper, it was possible, but it would mean a good performance in the 4 remaining legs. John Derry was also conscious of just how quickly things can change in a day, taking nothing for granted.
Yeah, I think I said yesterday we've still got a long way to go. We've still got 3 big days and we've still got 2 big days. So as we saw yesterday, a couple of guys had problems. So it's pretty easy for us to do the same thing today or tomorrow. So yeah, we'll push hard, but hopefully be consistency where we end up.
Derry led off with Preston and Pooley slotting in at 1-minute intervals behind him. For Pooley, the task of reducing the 4.5-minute deficit meant getting as close to the race leader as he could. Roger Preston was keen to close the gap as well, and finding what he thought was a better track did just that.
We had a great run up. We took one different channel than John, which we were catching him, but then he went out to the right and we went straight up the middle and we come out behind him. So, but then after that it was just sort of follow suit.
John's detour out to the right looked to have taken longer. But John's gas turbine had flamed out, momentarily losing power and valuable time too. Perhaps contributing to the super close finish after 85 kilometres of racing. Mike Pooley was more than satisfied with his morning's work. In third, right on the tail of the 2 leaders, indicating he'd eaten up more than 1.5 minutes of deficit.
Good run up and we managed to haul both of them in, so looking forward to the run down this afternoon. It's going to. This route was really good and it's in good condition, good colour, so it allows you to push a bit harder. So we'll be pushing hard this afternoon to get down.
Once again in CX, Richie Foster was pedal to the metal, gobbling up the 1-minute advantage to class leader Dave Robinson by the end of the leg. Riley Smith was much more sedate after yesterday's daring display of driving, but quite ready to do it again should the temptation appear before him on the downstream leg. Craig Robinson couldn't hold off Grant Perry for a second day on the same river. Clearly the work on Perry's raceboat was paying dividends.
Jason Young and Ross Court got it sitting up a lot better. Though I have bent it up a bit, it's not quite so pretty under there now, but still flowing a lot better than it was. Yeah, it's going about as fast as I can handle now anyway.
With few issues on the upstream leg, save our rookie who'd once again gone AWOL, the decision was made to restart the downstream leg early. Lunch was a quick, casual affair on the riverside and teams were back into it. This time Richie Foster got the better of Dave Robinson, making the pass just before the run up the lagoon.
Yeah, he caught us just below the bridge, but yeah, we went in a goat track somewhere, so oh well. We were expecting him to catch us, so.
But you didn't expect to go into a goat track?
No. We hadn't actually pre-boated down, so we're happy to get down.
A reseat at lunch put Craig Robinson behind Grant Perry to avoid a repeat pass downstream, but the Robinson father-son duo had their hands full themselves just above the main road bridge. Grant Perry, well, he had his own issues too. Our fastest piston boat was sitting comfortably in 4th outright. Keeping his nose clean was the objective of Justin Hill, but somehow in a race boat, that's just too hard to do. But things were about to get a whole lot better for Justin Hill. The day had been looking otherwise uneventful by comparison to the downstream Waimakariri, but all that changed when Mike Pooley was putting pressure on Roger Preston. Having eaten up yet another minute of disadvantage, things started to get untidy in the Prestons' wake. Add in a touch of gravel, some air, and suddenly the tables, like the boat, were turned. Mike Pooley and Kevin Hyde were high and dry, and this time there would be no pushing Freedom Pools back to the water. Not far away, John Derry was trying to get out of trouble himself. He and Nick Smith had taken a channel to the left further back upstream, leaving Roger Preston to the main channel. It didn't pay off. In a nutshell, what happened?
Lack of talent. Yeah, 34. Navigator's fault.
Whoever's at fault, we have another outright lead change. Roger and Ben Preston first to cross the line today, and with every minute ticking by, providing a bigger barrier between themselves and their first New Zealand title.
Couldn't believe it. John was away out to the left, too far out to the left. We were down the middle, and he was high and dry.
You didn't give him any of your tourist maps you've been using in the last day?
No, he wasn't quite out that far, but he was close.
With zero oil pressure on arrival, they were relieved to find out it just needed to be topped up. Something they'll be watching tomorrow as they race up and down the Waimakariri River to complete the Golden Homes New Zealand Marathon for 2022.